What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Jump. Brothers, I know many of y'all have been waiting on me to touch down on this one. And this is what I'm gonna do right now because I've been a little busy getting ready to move back to Europe right now. So, I've been really busy as I'm getting ready to get up out of Africa. But a lot of y'all have been talking about this whole Mary Cosby situation. Well, Mary Cosby is currently on The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. And Salt Lake City, Utah, and also in Idaho, those are what we consider Mormon countries, right? Heavily Republican, heavily white. So you don't really hear about a lot of blacks that live in like Utah. But Salt Lake City does have, a pretty, I wouldn't say a great, African-American population, but there's a community there. And when you have a community, you do have Negro churches. And this is where it gets interesting because she is a first lady, okay, of a church. And it's Pentecostal. Her husband is church music, Bishop Robert C. Cosby Sr. Yeah. And no problem, she's married to an older man. No issue, right? They have a church. She's a good-looking woman. He's older than her, but it's all easy. It's all good, right? But see, there's something that's a little different, though. Bishop Robert C. Cosby is also her step-grandfather. What? If it makes sense, all right? Now, how did this come about? Well, her grandmother, okay, who died in her grandmother died, right? In 1997 after suffering a heart attack. The bishop and the grandmother was married in 1975. All right. So it's technically not her grandfather, but obviously he knew her when she was a little girl. But once the grandmother's on the dying bed, she said that, and I'm talking about Mary, that God told her, as well as the grandmother told her, that she should marry the step grandfather, because if he married one of the grandchildren, they would look out for him. Which, I mean, she's fine. He's old as hell. He probably was looking at her the whole time, and he probably was, if you want to ask me, I believe he's hit that ass when he was still with her. Okay. So not only did she inherit the first lady of Rosemary's Faith Temple Pentecostal Church, she also inherited an empire of churches, restaurants, and much more. So marrying a stepfather worked out in her favor. Okay? Now, this is interesting because God works in mysterious ways. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm sure that you can find similar things in the Bible like this. But I just don't understand. How in the hell did God tell you to marry the guy that you used to call granddaddy? And it looks like to me, this was done so that the family can secure the money and keep the money in the family so that some other woman that wasn't in the family, because if he got another woman, then they would be left out of the money. That's what it was. So grandma told her, supposedly, you need to screw granddaddy so we can keep the money coming in. Here's what I think about this. This is one of the reasons why Negroes stopped dealing with black churches. Okay? Because this is all about your lazy ass not wanting to, go to school, not wanting to work hard for nothing. You have a thirsty ass preacher.
Oh my God.
Who obviously he came under great scandal for doing that. That is quite sickening. To do anything to get a hot young piece of coochie in Salt Lake. Now think about it, in Salt Lake City, y'all, it can't be that many fine sisters out there. It's not that many. 2%, because most Negroes don't want to go to Salt Lake City. Let's be honest. Who wants to do that? All right? Nobody wants to do that. So this is what we're dealing with here. Okay? And the corruption that is in the black church is imminent. This is almost like African political elections being rigged. Like the great dictators of the old days, the Mugabes and shit like that. This is what it sounds like. It sounds like, you see this happen in churches a lot. A lot of times churches position their children and their families to take over the churches, to keep the power, to keep the money. Which you see, this is the case here. Now, it's not always about picking the best leader for the job. Churches operate just like dictatorships. You will find many churches, the wife is the minister of music, also assistant pastor. The kid is, for example, Jasper Williams. Now, Jasper Williams, he has a son. Shout out to the son, Jasper Williams, Joseph Williams. That's my brother right there. Great pastor. And he got talent, right? But Jasper Williams set his son to become, to take over the church. It's very common. Sometimes it's a good idea. And I think that what they're doing is great, because Joseph Williams, the Salem Bible Church, is, like I said, shout out to the brother, doing his thing. But you just don't see that. Like a lot of times you see it's just controlled, right? And this sort of thing right here is laughable. What do you say in the bedroom?
What?
Hey, granddaddy. Dating music. Granddaddy, oh, you rub my ankles. Step, granddaddy. Step, granddaddy, no. No, not the shoulders. No, not the shoulder blades. No, please, no. Okay, faster. Lick my earlobes. It's just nasty. And I don't know what God gonna say about it, but I'm pretty sure he gonna have something to say about this. Well, guys, it's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe with the bell. Check out your boy here on YouTube. First comment pinned to the top. I really thank you guys for all that you do. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.